Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. First of all, a very happy new year to all of you. My name is Prakash and I am a BTech in computer science and masters in machine learning and artificial intelligence. This is my first video where I want to lay down the roadmap to become a data scientist in the year 2022. Since this is the start of the year, so if somebody follows this, they'll be in a decent position. But you have to go through the complete content of the video to understand the intricacies of the details required. But before that, do like, share and subscribe this channel, and do share your comments about my first video. That would give me the motivation to do better.
So let's start with the roadmap. Before starting with the roadmap, we need to have a clear understanding of what data science actually is. So, data science is basically a domain of study which uses scientific methods, processes, algorithms, and other modern tools over vast volumes of noisy, structured, and unstructured data to find unseen patterns, derive meaningful information, and make business decisions. Data science tries to combine maths, stats, scientific techniques, programming, analytics, and even a decent level of storytelling to uncover and explain the business insights and trends that are present in the data. Data science involves preparing data for analysis, which involves capturing raw, structured, and unstructured data, followed by converting it to a usable form by data cleaning, data pre-processing, and data staging, which makes data ready for classification, modeling, summarization, predictive analytics, regression, whatever you can call it. And once done with all these processes, lastly, we identify and reveal the patterns and enable stakeholders to draw informed conclusions. So now we have a slight clarity on what data science actually is. But before, understanding what the role of a data scientist would be, let's understand why would one choose data science as a field of study or as a career. So before jumping into the complete roadmap, one should have a clear goal in his or her mind that why they want to learn data science. In today's world, data is most valuable resource that an organization can have. As a result, the science to decode it will also have a supreme importance. Like data enables companies to, I mean, uh, make informed decisions and stay abreast in terms of competition. So data science in a way then enables the companies to understand the huge proportions of data so that companies can make smart and intelligent decisions. uh, so data science data being kind of extracted from all walks of industry, it has a wide variety of use in almost all the domains, which would include marketing, healthcare, finance, banking, policy, and whatnot. So definitely, we can have a clear understanding that since data is of paramount importance, so being a data scientist will always be something important that an organization would be looking after for, and they'll definitely take good care of you for sure. So now we have an understanding of what data science is and why should we choose it. So then comes a phase where we want to understand who is a data scientist and what all activities do they perform. So a data scientist is someone who understands the process of extracting the insights from data available to them and then would require them to employ the advanced techniques they would be knowing, such as maybe clustering, neural network decision trees, to derive business insights. The role of a data scientist would involve doing at least the following tasks. I mean, it could be more, but these would be the at least these tasks need to be performed for sure. So first of them would be identifying the data analytics problem that can offer the greatest opportunities for an organization. After that, they would require to determine the correct data sets and what all variables are required. Uh, Once the identification and of the problem and determination of the data sets is done, collecting them either via, I mean, whatever sources possible, that could be from some structured source, some could it could be unstructured. Uh, I mean, that comes the third step. So once we have the data collected, cleaning it and validating it to ensure accuracy, completeness, and uniformity would be the next in the priority. Followed by we would be devising and applying models and algorithms to uh, mine these data, okay, to kind of get some insights. After that, we'll be analyzing the data to identify patterns and trends. Once done, interpreting the data to discover solutions and opportunities would be something that actually, I mean, this thing comes into picture. Okay. Then once done with all these steps, I would say one of the highest important step is communicating the findings to the stakeholders either via visualization or other means. Because at the end of the day, it will be the stakeholders who will buy our ideas and support us in building the crucial data science related projects. So on a side note, I want to lay stress on the fact that data science is not something or like being a data scientist is not something that you can achieve by doing a course or like following some lectures within a year or 6 months, but instead it's a dynamic field and it's a lifetime of learning which would require proper dedication and hard work, and I would say a lot of consistency and perseverance to remain focused. So to guide your journey, I'll be kind of outlining what all skills are required into the coming slides. So first and foremost, if you want to become a data scientist, you need to have good knowledge of programming. I mean, people can start, but I mean, knowing either Python or R, definitely databases and data structures would be a good add-on, but either Python or R would be required. Now we are hearing more about Julia as well, which is kind of used for scientific programming, but I mean, predominantly Python occupies this space largely. So, in my further videos also, I'll be talking more about Python. We'll be talking about R as well, but I'll be stressing more on Python. So in Python, you would be needing like list, set, tuples, dictionary, all these aspects, numpy, pandas, matplotlib, c1, whatever. I mean, libraries are there. We will be talking about those in like coming lectures, so no need to worry about it for now. After that, in R, you need to have an understanding of vector list, data frame, matrix array, ggplot. Like these are the different libraries in R as well, which are used for our data science projects and applications. So once we are sorted with the programming part, then comes the crucial skill of maths. You could be thinking, okay, now once we are done with the schooling, maths is gone. No, it's not like that. So maths is something which we need to have a understanding, because how the machine learning algorithms or deep learning or NLP algorithms work behind the scene is largely based on uh, the concepts of mathematics. So here, what you need to revise would be, I would say, linear algebra, some part of geometry, matrix calculation, calculus, and some part of optimization. Okay, after that, definitely uh, probability would be kind of required because a lot of algorithms and a lot of, I would say, regression and a lot of aspects in machine learning require like a decent knowledge of probability. So definitely these topics in probability, like having a knowledge of these topics in probability would give a definite help in terms of understanding a lot of aspects. So then we come to stats, which is like, I would say, people jokingly also say that okay, machine learning is nothing but stats behind the scenes. So by at the cost of this joke, also you can understand how important stats are. Lot of things behind the scenes are dependent on stats, and we need to have a decent knowledge of at least the mentioned topics here, so that um, like we can have a proper grasp. So no need to worry, because in my later lectures I'll be structurally going across all these topics to make sure uh, there is an understanding developed related to all these. After that, the most important aspect of being a data scientist or following something in data science is machine learning. So machine learning, we have like supervised, unsupervised, and semi-supervised algorithms, and I'll be talking more about how like model works, exploration, validation, all these aspects, cross validation, leakage, pipelines, every aspect will be covered in the coming videos. So no need to worry here. Feature engineering is also the most important steps if I'm talking about uh, machine learning pipeline, because it's a saying that one should dedicate at least 75 to 80% of the time on feature engineering to make sure that our data is very consistent and very much cleaned in terms of being fed to the algorithm. So feature engineering step is very crucial, and it takes the most time when we are talking about implementation of the machine learning. Then the most talked thing in like current machine learning scenario is the deep learning and its applications, right? So whatever you see and wherever you see aspects like image recognition or maybe voice recognition, uh, like we have face unlock features in iPhones and other smartphones. So all these aspects, your Snapchat filters and everything kind of behind the scene has been developed in deep learning. So this is the hottest, I would say, uh, component of, and probably the most, I would say, complex to understand. So we'll be talking about deep learning also in the coming lectures. So no need to worry. But yeah, these are the topics which are going to be. If we cover these, then we are kind of sorted. So after that, I would say in terms of current job trends, NLP is like NLP followed by the deep learning is the most which is in demand, or rather an NLP combination with deep learning is the most which is in demand. So NLP is also an important aspect, and we'll be going through, don't worry. So once we like kind of implement everything, we need a proper visualization. We need to know proper visualizations technique, because at the end of the day we need to convince the business that okay, whatever we have implemented, we have to be communicative enough to make them buy our idea or make them buy our results which we are trying to say. So that definitely, apart from your storytelling techniques, it involves a lot of using a lot of tools of visualization to kind of give people a view of what you're trying to say. So in those aspects, I would say Tableau, Power BI are one of the important tools. So like once we are done, so but no use of building a model if you're not able to kind of have it deployed and getting it used in production, getting it used in real time by some other component applications. They are using your machine learning service to get the result. So deployment and MLOps is one of the important things, which has to be known and understood uh, in order to have a complete data science profile. So apart from this, the other pointers which would be good is like the domain knowledge. So definitely domain knowledge. So like if I say in terms of domain knowledge, if you're working somewhere in the medical field or healthcare field, so you need to have a decent background of if suppose you're doing something on cancer detection, so you need to have a decent background of how things are behind the scenes, because then only you'll be properly able to understand the data and give the results and explain it to the stakeholders. Apart from that, communication skill is uh, key factor if you are a data and scientist. And then if there will be some requirement and people want to further continue, will also be kind of on demand, will be kind of covering reinforcement learning as well. So these are the 11 points which I thought, and I was able to think that okay, I mean these would be the points if somebody covers these, and they could definitely have a healthy base to become a data scientist and grow in their career. So thanks a lot everyone. In my future videos, I'll be talking about all these aspects, and you'll be able to kind of the pattern would be similar to what I have tried to show you here. So no need to worry. This was my first video, but I'll make sure that okay you are able to understand all the topics which I am trying to explain. So no need to worry.